In the unfolding narrative, the story picks up with Wayne effortlessly overcoming a student named Darius in a surprising display of his exceptional skills. The other students in the class are left stunned, their disbelief evident as Wayne swiftly dispatches his opponent. Darius, clearly defeated, confronts Wayne with a sense of frustration, expressing his lack of interest in adopting Wayne's peculiar techniques. Unfazed by Darius's resistance, Wayne calmly informs him that he foresaw such reluctance. Wayne asserts that he won't permit Darius to disrupt the flow of his lessons, firmly establishing his authority in the classroom. Despite Darius reluctantly agreeing not to interfere again, he can't help but view Wayne as a troublesome figure. Shifting scenes, we find ourselves in Kijin's classroom, where Tina is overjoyed to discover that Wayne has joined Krunel alongside Kijin. Kijin, the bearer of this news, discloses that Wayne has taken on the role of a temporary lecturer. Tina, excited at the prospect of attending Wayne's lectures, shares her enthusiasm with Kijin. However, Kijin, ever the realist, warns Tina that seeking Wayne's help to break off her engagement might pose a challenge. Undeterred, Tina reassures Kijin, emphasizing her sheer joy at being reunited with him. The scene takes an unexpected turn as Sophie enters the room, her curiosity piqued by the evident camaraderie between Kijin and Tina. She inquires about their relationship, prompting Kijin to explain that Tina had visited the Granado territory before, and he had taken good care of her during her stay. Tina corroborates the account, expressing gratitude toward Kijin, and inquires about the well-being of Tenkyu after a recent attack. Kijin, with a confident demeanor, assures Tina that Tenkyu is far from easily harmed by trivial matters, adding an air of mystery to the character. As the conversation unfolds, Tina shares a lighthearted incident involving Tenkyu, recounting how he was sent flying during the attack. The revelation elicits a mix of curiosity and amusement from those present in the room, including Henry, who can't help but be intrigued by the intriguing tale. Tina, embracing the levity of the moment, laughs off the incident, acknowledging that it was a bit intimidating but ultimately amusing. Leah, the president of the student council, interjects at this point, announcing that it's time for lunch and suggesting that they all head to the cafeteria together. It becomes apparent that Lee is in charge of guiding the exchange students, a role she seems to enjoy despite its responsibilities. Tina, ever perceptive, notes Leah's dual role as both a guide and a friend to Wayne. This realization prompts Tina to jest about their connection to Wayne, underscoring their friendship with him. Sophie, still intrigued by the unfolding dynamics, seizes the opportunity to inquire about Tina and Wayne's relationship. Tina, in a candid manner, recounts how Wayne had come to her rescue during a challenging situation, an act that led her to propose marriage to him. However, the twist in the tale lies in Wayne's refusal of Tina's proposal. Sophie's surprise is palpable as Tina casually weaves her story into the conversation. Henry, in a reflective moment, admires Tina's assertiveness, recognizing a strength that seems to define her character. Tina, with a touch of lightheartedness, attributes her boldness to the nature of maidens in love, injecting a sense of humor into the exchange. Leah, the pragmatic student council president, interjects at this point, suggesting they wrap up the conversation and head to the cafeteria together. As the group makes their way to the cafeteria, Tina serendipitously encounters Wayne. Wayne, ever perceptive, notes that Tina is in the same class as Kijin and the others. Tina, undeterred and exuding confidence, proudly affirms that, of course, she's in the same class, considering herself nothing short of a genius. Wayne, amused by Tina's self-assured nature, can't help but appreciate the boldness she brings to the table. Upon Leah's guidance, the group settles around a table where they are introduced to Krunel's culinary masterpiece, the fork roast. Excitement permeates the air as the group eagerly anticipates savoring this renowned dish. As the first bites are taken, a unanimous consensus emerges. Fork roast is an exquisite delight. Wayne and Henry, known for their discerning palates, express genuine appreciation, further solidifying the dish's reputation. Sophie, seizing the moment, takes a brief pause to extol the uniqueness of Krunel's magical cooking. She explains that the exceptional taste is a result of special techniques mastered only by professionals. Leah, adding weight to Sophie's words, encourages everyone to relish the culinary experience while in Krunel, emphasizing that these dishes are a rare treat not easily replicated elsewhere. Transitioning from gastronomic delights to magical studies, Wayne turns his attention to Sophie, inquiring about her day of learning. Sophie shares that the morning was dedicated to delving into modern magic, emphasizing a notable difference from Hall Sarah, where spells are regimented by ranks. Tina, ever the engaging conversationalist, adds her own perspective, recalling her surprise when she first attended Al-Sera. In this shared experience, Tina and Sophie find common ground, bridging the gap between their magical education. Henry, ever curious about the magical curriculum, expresses anticipation for the afternoon's class on ancient magic. This seemingly innocent curiosity piques Wayne's interest, evoking memories of Gerard's use of the same magic. The mention of ancient magic sets a subtle tone of intrigue and foreshadows potential developments in the narrative. Leah, sensing an opportune moment to provide crucial information, begins to unveil the complexities of ancient magic. She reveals that, unfortunately, the allure of ancient magic comes with a hefty price. It is inherently dangerous. This revelation draws surprise from Henry, prompting Leah to share a personal connection to the risks involved. Her father, in pursuit of unraveling the secrets of ancient magic, tragically lost his life. Despite the personal sacrifice, Krunel proudly carries the moniker of the Great Magic Country due to its mastery of ancient magic. Leah's disclosure adds a sobering layer to the conversation, underscoring the profound risks and uncertainties embedded in the world of magic at Krunel. As the group absorbs the weight of Leah's revelation, the atmosphere momentarily shifts from the lively banter to a more contemplative mood. Henry pieces together the puzzle, turning to Leah with a revelation. He suspects that the accident from the previous day was a result of ancient magic. Tina confirms his suspicion, sharing that such incidents have become a troubling trend. Both Leah and Tina have redirected their research efforts toward modern magic in response to the unpredictable nature of ancient magic. Leah, sensing a shift in the mood of the group, apologizes for potentially dampening the atmosphere. She explains that, observing Henry's apparent interest in ancient magic, she believed it essential for him to understand the inherent risks involved. Wayne, absorbing this information, begins to recognize that the challenges facing the country may run deeper than he initially thought, hinting at a potential struggle against the enigmatic forces of ancient magic. The narrative then takes a dramatic turn, transporting us to Krunel's National Magic Research Center. Gerard and Fernando, two central figures in the unfolding mystery, open a secured door, proceeding through yet another layer of security. Gerard places his hand on the door, granting access to a room bathed in an eerie red light. Inside, a plethora of large tubes reveals prototypes of unknown creations. Fernando, fueled by curiosity and excitement, touches one of the tubes, revealing that they can now see a glimpse of the faces within. Fernando shares his ambitious vision with Gerard. He imagines a future where over 100 clones, each as potent as Gerard himself, stand ready to execute Fernando's commands. His excitement is palpable, and he envisions the dominance that this unprecedented power could afford him. Gerard, acknowledging Fernando's aspirations, concedes that once these clones are complete, the country will fall under Fernando's control. However, Fernando, with a conviction that borders on authority, rejects the idea of being a mere conqueror. Instead, he envisions himself as a ruler, emphasizing the importance of maintaining order while exercising power. Gerard, recognizing the wisdom in Fernando's perspective, humbly apologizes and aligns himself with Fernando's vision. Yet Fernando adds a twist to the agreement. While Gerard's initial statement holds partial truth, the ultimate ruler of Krunel, according to Fernando, will be none other than Fernando himself. The scene shifts outside, offering a glimpse into Tenku's reaction. He is visibly surprised by the unfolding events, grappling with the gravity of Fernando's plans. To him, the situation seems unbelievable, raising concerns about the potential consequences for Krunel. Tenku, recognizing the urgency of the situation, resolves to inform Wayne about this unsettling development as soon as possible. As the scene transitions to the outdoors, Wayne engages Henry in a conversation about the recent ancient magic lesson. Henry, despite a twinge of guilt lingering from Leah's cautionary words, shares his genuine excitement about the subject. To him, ancient magic holds a unique allure with its liberating mindset and seemingly vast potential for development, especially when compared to the more rigid structures of modern magic. Henry emphasizes that, despite only being a recent addition to the curriculum, with a mere 20 years of research, the promise he sees in ancient magic justifies its inclusion. Sophie, ever the cautious friend, expresses her concerns to Henry. She urges him not to venture into any reckless experimentation that might lead to accidents or unforeseen consequences. Henry, with a reassuring smile, assures her that he harbors no intention of delving into ancient magic experiments. His interest lies purely in the fascination of understanding the intricacies of this mysterious field. Sophie, trusting Henry's judgment, nods in acceptance. Amused by the exchange, Wayne chuckles and playfully comments that Henry's unwavering enthusiasm is a trademark characteristic. Shifting gears, Sophie redirects the conversation to Wayne's role as a temporary lecturer. Wayne, still adjusting to the peculiarity of the situation, shares his happiness at having the opportunity to showcase the wonders of onmyoujutsu. However, he notes with mild surprise that only a handful of his students seem interested in this ancient art. Reflecting on the reality that the majority of students at a magic academy naturally gravitate towards magic itself, Wayne decides to bridge the gap. Wayne plans to demonstrate how magic incorporates practical elements of onmyoujutsu, aiming to enlighten his students about the shared aspects of these magical disciplines. The intention is not only to showcase the richness of onmyoujutsu, but also to foster a deeper appreciation for its practical applications within the broader realm of magic. Henry, resonating with Wayne's idea, expresses his approval. Drawing from personal experience, he attests to the significant improvement in his own magic skills after benefiting from Wayne's teachings. Sophie, equally intrigued, joins the conversation, expressing her eagerness to attend such a lesson herself. Her enthusiasm adds a touch of warmth to the discussion. Wayne, touched by the support from Henry and Sophie, expresses his gratitude. The encouragement fuels his sense of purpose as he prepares to merge the worlds of onmyoujutsu and magic in his teaching approach. Sophie, however, brings up a poignant observation. It seems Wayne's students haven't fully embraced him yet. Wayne, with a hint of defensiveness, asserts that he showcased his abilities by surpassing the top student in their class. He believes that his students should have acknowledged his prowess based on this demonstration of skill. Sophie, displaying evident skepticism, directs her inquiry at Wayne, seeking an explanation for the peculiar situation. Henry, jumping into the conversation, remarks on Wayne's seemingly perpetual involvement in unusual circumstances. Wayne, in his characteristic nonchalant manner, defends the individuals at the center of the intrigue. Insisting that they aren't necessarily bad, he admits to a strange inability to harbor any resentment toward them. The scene then shifts to Kijin, who discreetly observes the girl surveilling Tina. From her hidden vantage point, Kijin discerns that the girl is engaged in a clandestine meeting. The narrative smoothly transitions to this covert rendezvous, where a girl questions the man about the purpose of their meeting. The man, revealing his intent, expresses a desire to gather information about the recent addition to their class, the temporary lecturer. Sensing that Wayne might be the focus of this secretive discussion, Kijin's instincts prove insightful. Darius, a participant in the meeting, shares his perspective on Wayne's unconventional teaching methods. He recounts Wayne's introduction of onmyoujutsu, a peculiar technique that has failed to capture the interest of most students. Darius conveys that few are willing to entertain Wayne's unconventional ideas. The girl, displaying a depth of knowledge, casually mentions Darius's recent defeat at the hands of Wayne. Darius, taken aback, questions the source of her information. The girl, exuding confidence, reveals the extent of her information network, portraying herself as a well-connected figure within the academy. Acknowledging his frustration over the defeat, Darius, with determination, asserts his unwillingness to delve into onmyoujutsu. He remains steadfast in his pursuit of becoming the strongest mage through mastery of modern magic. The girl, undeterred by his resolve, suggests an alternative path, exploring ancient magic. Darius, dismissive of the idea, emphasizes his inability to use ancient magic, citing the prerequisite of mastering modern magic first. The girl, with a knowing smile, challenges this conventional notion, hinting at the possibility of an unconventional route. She suggests that with the right connection, Darius could potentially unlock magical abilities he previously deemed inaccessible. Her enigmatic statement extends beyond the realm of modern magic, encompassing the mysteries of ancient magic as well. Intrigued, Darius, though initially skeptical, expresses interest in exploring this suspicious yet alluring proposition. Darius, intrigued by the prospect of making the mysterious guy use ancient magic, asks the girl to introduce him. The girl, unfazed, agrees and instructs Darius to follow her. Observing this interaction, Kijin senses a connection to the same ancient magic and decides to tail them discreetly. As they leave the academy grounds, Kijin deduces that their destination is beyond school premises. Following them closely, Kijin notices that they arrive at the Vandert mansion. The girl's mention of a person confirms Kijin's suspicion that they are referring to Gerard. As Kijin contemplates this revelation, a massive red sphere materializes behind her. To her surprise, Gerard, seemingly perceptive to her invisibility, appears and identifies her as someone affiliated with Wayne Granato. He questions her presence at the mansion, demanding an explanation. Kijin, quick on her feet, informs Gerard that she overheard a suspicious conversation between two individuals and followed them to the mansion. Gerard probes further, asking what was particularly suspicious about the students. Kijin reveals that these students, despite their inability to use modern magic, possess the ability to wield ancient magic, a revelation that catches Gerard's attention. In response, Gerard, not one to entertain loose ends, decides to silence Kijin. He launches an attack, but Kijin skillfully evades it. Undeterred, she confronts Gerard with a steely resolve, acknowledging that the situation has escalated to a point where retaliation is inevitable. With a serious expression, she vows to make Gerard pay for his actions against Tenku. Kijin, determined to retaliate, draws her sword and attacks Gerard. However, Gerard effortlessly blocks her strike with his hand, taunting her about the capabilities of Wayne Granado's subordinate. Unfazed, Kijin remains confident, urging Gerard not to underestimate her based on a single block strike. To Gerard's surprise, Kijin astutely severs Gerard's mana, disrupting the magical energy surrounding him. Confident in her recovered spiritual power, which matches that of her previous life as Wayne's ally, Kijin believes victory in this duel is assured. As she strikes at Gerard, he unexpectedly appears behind her. Gerard attempts to restrain Kijin, but she skillfully employs her moment return spell, swiftly evading his grasp. Gerard, bewildered by her evasion, questions how Kijin managed to dodge his attack. Kijin attributes her success to sheer speed. In response, Gerard decides to test her speed by unleashing a beam of mana. Unfazed, Kijin dismisses the feeble attack, confidently asserting that such weak maneuvers won't affect her. As Gerard intensifies his assault with a mana beam, Kijin adeptly dodges each strike. However, Gerard surprises her by appearing in front of her while she's momentarily unguarded. To Gerard's amazement, Kijin managed to counter his attack. He starts to wonder if she can somehow anticipate his moves. Perhaps she can see the future or manipulate time. Regardless, he realizes he needs to put a halt to this. Gerard resorts to using his time lock spell, attempting to freeze the moment. However, in a surprising turn, Kijin simultaneously strikes back. As she attempts to block Gerard's attack, to her astonishment, Gerard's strike lands, forcing her to take a knee. Gerard, triumphant, approaches Kijin, expressing certainty in his victory. Employing his Shadowbind spell, he ensnares Kijin with mana ropes, restricting her movements. Kijin thinks that she needs to tell this to Wayne, but before she could do anything, Gerard comes to her and uses a spell named Contract Break and puts Kijin to sleep. Afterward, she regains consciousness in a dimly lit room, grappling with the disbelief of having lost to a human and being captured. Attempting to establish a telepathic connection with Wayne proves futile, leaving her with no option but to wait for Wayne to summon her again. In her solitude, she hears someone on the other side of a nearby curtain and investigates, discovering it's Gerard. The narrative then shifts to Gerard's conversation with Darius. Gerard reveals his presence as someone driven by a desire for power. Darius, intrigued, listens as Gerard describes his ability to grant him access to ancient magic. Gerard commends Darius for his intense training, expressing willingness to assist someone who has dedicated themselves as much as Darius has. Eager to acquire new magical abilities, Darius urges Gerard to proceed. Gerard considers Darius and believes that, in comparison to Kate, this individual might be capable of hosting an even more powerful demon. Following this realization, Gerard employs his demon control spell on Darius.